morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning on this 01.04, and we corrected the title there. I had the third. 0104.04.2023. Current time is 05:29 a.m. Eastern Time here in Upstate New York, the southern tier of Upstate New York, where I live and reside, and I do have the morning coffee. It wouldn't be a morning broadcast if I didn't have the morning broadcast, right? Or the morning coffee, correct? So we are stirring it up. There's the shot at 3:27 with a teaspoon of cocoa, unsweetened cocoa, and the coffee hack to get the metabolism going. Good morning, all in the chat. Oh, by the way, this is Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Twitch as well as over there on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. That's my mainstay, and you know what I'm doing when you see me posting over there at Fireman Rich. And good morning, Tina. Good morning, Tim. Yo-yo. And Tim, I have my mocha frappa with Oreo. Very good. Oh, that sounds good. A lot of sugar in there, right? Let's see. What's it? That's Lucy. Lucy's acting up a little bit. And salute to you, Tony D. Tony D is in the house with the hashtag salutes, hashtag PSTTD, and hashtag good morning to the missus. She is still in bed. She'll be rolling out here shortly. Reply, Tony saying hi. Everybody saying good morning to everybody, and I hope you have a good morning start here. I am, because I have the morning coffee in hand, and that's always a good thing. And sometimes it seems impossible. Ooh, that's going to come into play here on our thought for the day when we get to that. But good morning. As far as that goes, I hope everybody had a good Tuesday yesterday. It went fairly quick. We had rain. We had some rain. I'm not sure what the what's on the thing today as far as that good. Good morning, Mel. Mel 170270. Hello. Good morning. She is ending her evening as we are starting our you're about 12 hours, 13 hours ahead. So as far as that goes, and currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, it's 42 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 5.5556 degrees centigrade as far as that goes. And let's see, Tim, I donated plasma and made 150. Oh, okay. Made for donating plasma. You can only do that so many times, I think, or you have to have it's like every couple months or something like that, because once you get you give your plasma, you got to have it rebuilt. But it's 42 degrees Fahrenheit here. It was, even though it was up in the 50s yesterday, you felt a little chill with the rain and stuff, but it's better than the snow. Okay, I'll take a long late morning, early afternoon drizzle of rain over snow any day of the week, especially at temperatures of 42 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's see, we're going to have cloudy with occasional rain during the afternoon. High near 60 degrees. We're going to be hitting 60 degrees today. Can't get used to that, because after the weekend it drops back down to the 30s, I guess, from what I saw on the 10-day the 10-day forecast. Sun still rising here at 0734, which is in another hour and 2 hours and 1 minute. It's currently 7:33 a.m. right now, so the sun will be rising 7:34 a.m. local. And Mel is in Rockingham, Queensland. It's 42 degrees Celsius. So 42 degrees Celsius, just to do the conversion. I'm trying to get the convert. That's 107. Wow. We're in our winter. You're down there in your summer. That's why. 107. Holy crap. That's hot. But Melbourne and Sydney is not that bad. We'll be getting to that, to the world temperatures and times here in just a minute. Let's see. Sun will be setting at 4:47 p.m. later today. In our world times and temperatures, we got ahead of ourselves. In Honolulu, Hawaii, right now at 12:34 a.m. It's cloudy and 72 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, it is 3:34 a.m. Cloudy skies at 48 degrees Fahrenheit. In Albuquerque, a little bit cooler at 3:34 a.m. They're in the same time zone. Cloudy skies, 28 degrees Fahrenheit. In Chicago, Illinois, at 4:34 a.m. currently it's 37 degrees, cloudy skies. New York City, it's at 5:35, which is the current time right now here where I'm at. Also, clear skies in New York City, 55 degrees down there in the jungle. Over in Cork, Ireland, at 10:15 or 10:35 a.m. Cloudy skies, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italy, 11:35 a.m. It's partly cloudy skies and sun. It's 52 degrees Fahrenheit. In Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, 63 degrees Fahrenheit at 1:35 p.m. in the afternoon. In New Delhi, India, at 4:05 p.m. Cloudy skies, 57 degrees. Cloudy skies in Mumbai, India, at 4:05 at 82 degrees Fahrenheit. In Kuala Lumpur, at 6:35 p.m. it is 81 degrees, sunny in Kuala Lumpur. In Tokyo, Japan, at 7:36 p.m. Clear skies in Tokyo at 43 degrees. In Manila, at Philippines, cloudy and rain. It's raining there. At 6:36 p.m., 79 degrees Fahrenheit. They've been having thunderstorms all this week and for going into next week, I think. Down there in Australia. Now, this is the difference. Hello, Lady Cat 31. Hello, good morning. Let's see, I live in Center Kingsland. Further west you go is hotter. Okay, that explains it, because currently right now in Melbourne, Australia, at 9:36 p.m. it's 61 degrees, and in Sydney, which is on the east coast of Australia, southeast coast, at 9:36 p.m. Cloudy skies in both Melbourne and Sydney, but Sydney has 66 degrees. But in where Mel is at, it is, what did I say it was? 42 degrees Celsius is 107.6. You might as well say 108 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot, Mel. So yeah, you're out there in the western part. So, but Australia, as we are in our winter here in the northern hemisphere, down there where Mel's at, Australia's in the southern hemisphere. I'm on the east coast too. You are? Okay. Because Sydney is at 66 and you're at 107. That's a big difference right there. So, but Sydney and Melbourne are on the ocean, so they're on the beachfront. So, let's see. And down there in Robbins, Georgia, where Tony D is at, 67 degrees Fahrenheit. High is 71, cloudy, tornado watch. Yeah, Tony's down. I don't think a lot of people Tony's down there in tornado country there. He's not in the, it's more or less in Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Alabama, but going across. He's in that tornado alley there, as they call it, as far as that goes. So there's our world times and temperatures. Let's go to our thought for the day. It's I mentioned the beaches is about a 40-minute drive from home. Okay. It's 40 degrees now here. Oh, that's in Lady Cat, Erica's place up there in Washington State. It's 40 degrees, and Tony says, not really, but we got some heavy weather. Well, you got to watch out for that heavy weather, Tony. We get heavy weather. We get tornadoes up here in New York. They're not as... Well, a tornado is violent. It doesn't matter if it's a level 1 or 2. That's some wind blowing pretty heavy and stuff like that. But as far as that goes, let's see. For our thought for the day, and quote, it's from Nelson Mandela. And I mentioned how it's impossible. I mentioned the word impossible, and he sort of has a quote about that. And sometimes it's impossible to get up. Sometimes, do you think? Let's see. But our quote from Nelson Mandela and our thought for the day, something for you all to think about. Goes as follows. It always seems impossible until it's done. It is done. It always seems impossible until it is done. And he is a man that got it done. I remember the day watching on TV when he was released from prison, where he shouldn't have been really, I guess, but he was released from prison and started the changes that made a better South Africa. As far as that goes, it still has a lot of work down there and stuff like that. I've been praying that Periscope comes back. I'm praying, okay. I'm hoping it comes. I don't think it'll come back, but Tim, I've been playing around this past weekend. I've been playing around with Twitter Live. I don't know. Twitter Live, it's a lot stabler and stuff like that. And Tim says, great quote. Yeah, I think so too. I've been working on a 500-piece puzzle. Okay, there you go. That'll keep you busy. But the Periscope thing, I don't think, that's like Tony and I, we're praying and hoping that Haps would come back. As much as I dogged it. Good morning, Chris Technician. Chris Technician's in the house. Yeah, Happy New Year. And but we are, we can always pray and hope, I guess. Will it happen? I'm not holding my breath on Periscope, Tim. As much as have you tried Twitter Live lately? Twitter Live, it's probably because a lot of people that used to do on Twitch or used to do on Periscope broadcasting, they're very sour about Twitter Live. I give a thumbs up to Twitter Live right now. Twitter Live is better than Twitch's guest stars. Twitch is great, but Twitch's guest stars sucks. And as far as that goes, out in Deming, New Mexico, 34 degrees here, high of 50 degrees. Yeah, Twitter Live is just hard to. Yeah, and I think that's what it is. A lot of people. It's just like I don't really see anything popping up in my. Well, I do see a couple Twitter Spaces, but Twitter Spaces has simmered down too. So Periscope, I think it was when it was an entity onto its own. Tim, it was great. I used to watch a lot of Periscope as far as that goes, and I started getting into the broadcast. Periscope came out after Blab, so that's where I went to after Blab went down, and hung out there on Periscope and stuff. And I was playing around with Periscope, but Twitter Live at first it was. It's still a little grainy. Me and Tony were on there last week, I guess, using Restream. I think, yeah, we're on Restream. And I'm looking, and I got an account set up. So this weekend, Tony, just to let you know, I'm going to be doing that EV Mux. That looks interesting. I got an account. I was going to go last night, but we ended up, me and the missus ended up finding out, or watching 1923. It's getting good. Third episode. It's getting pretty raw. Any news on Hamlin? I haven't heard anything. I haven't checked the news feeds on it yet. I know he is in critical. That's the last I heard, Chris. Do you remember Jay Diddy? Is that an individual that was on Periscope? I think vaguely. Vaguely. I think I've seen that handle on Periscope. But Twitter Live, I like it. I use it. It's not just a good show, Chris. It's a fucking great show. Okay, that's how good it is. Okay, 1883 was a great show. This picks up afterwards. It's got me and the missus engaged. Yes, lots of laugh, Tony. That's how. Yeah, it is a great show. If you like old cowboy, this is 1883. It puts you right in the wagon train. Reality is right in your face as far as what they had to put in back there. It's a greatly produced show. 1883, 1923. It's getting there too. So I heard he had a rare condition from his injury he suffered. Yeah, that's something like that, Lady Cat. I don't know what the particulars are. And Rich, what happened to that person Chris mentioned? I don't know. He's in critical condition. He's in the hospital. He's being taken care of. That's all I know, Mel. As far as that goes, you can Google his name on, and Google it. I'll probably Google his name when I get to the day job on my coffee break to find out as far as that goes. I don't think he's still being taken care of. So when you suffer an injury, you're not going to get results really quick. Okay, he's in critical. He's in ICU. It takes a couple days. If you're in ICU, it takes a couple days for you to recover for something. Okay, I know they put him to sleep, and that's to help the healing process as far as that goes. And let's see, he done a lot. He done a lot of skits. Oh, he did a lot of skits on Periscope. I'm praying for. Yeah, let's pray for Hamlin there. He's. I think everybody is. And the bad thing, he is 24 years old. Yeah, well, it's it can happen to anybody. It doesn't matter your age. Things can happen, folks. Believe me, it doesn't matter your age. You're not. I used to think I was indestructible when I was in my 20s. You're not. When something hits you directly, you realize how fragile you are. And even the toughest football players, he just was a very unique hit. I saw the replay on the hit, and it didn't seem like it was that bad, but it hit the helmet right where the heart, and it interrupted the heart beating, and it caused the problems. And he had some conditions. We all have conditions. Nobody's 100% healthy, believe me. You can always find something. And I have Googled him, but I couldn't find anything. Well, when you Google his name, hit the news, and then you see the news on him, Mel. Look your local news on Twitter. Yeah, you can tweet it. You can search it on Twitter, too. There's a lot of Twitter traffic on that. So, yesterday, I did do an Anchor Morning audio, and what is the count on that? I'm not sure. I didn't take a look at that. I did do what was that about? Let's see. Look on your local. My hubby thought he could be indestructible till he had a heart. Nobody's indestructible. Anybody that I used to think that, Mel, when I first got into firefighting, and let's just say there was a couple things in my firefighting career. I'm 6'5", a grown man. It scared the living shit out of me. Okay, and there's people that they show their fearlessness and stuff, but later on in their life, I guarantee you that they look back and they say, "Holy crap, what did I do?" As far as that goes. Yesterday on Anchor Morning Audio, I did something. No, that's not the subject. What was the subject there? Oh, alien minerals never found on Earth before revealed their traumatic origin story. And there's this meteorite they got from Somalia. They took some samples and studied it, and there's some minerals on it that they never formed here. They're different minerals. They're not to be found anywhere on this Earth, as far as that goes. So there's minerals out there that form that are of outer space origin. I don't want to say alien because all the stuff that we have here on the Earth came from out there from outer space. And let's see, I got seven listens on that. That's freaking great. I like that. Still maintaining above 3. So I'm watching that, and I'm a little very happy with the amount of listens that I have on my Anchor Morning Audio there. As far as that goes, it's continuing to maintain its level. And let's see, Erica, I've been working on the National Lampoon Christmas Vacation puzzle, and maybe I can hang it on the wall when I'm done. Okay, and then you can also take a picture of it, post it on your Twitter feed there. Just a suggestion. Our national days, let's go to that here real quick. National days. Today is Wednesday, the 4th of January, 2023, and I had to make sure I had that in my title. As far as that goes, the title was wrong as far as when I was getting ready to tweet. I said, wait a minute, that says the 3rd. That was yesterday. Today's the 4th. I put the wrong date in there. It's sort of like the New Year's, when you used to write checks. Remember writing checks? I think I write a check maybe twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, and that's to the guy when I do the oil change. He doesn't like taking credit. He'll accept a credit card, but you're going to be paying, so he's trying to save you money. So it's like, okay, I got a checkbook here. Here's a check. You put the wrong year on. You put the previous year. But today is the fourth day of the year. We're in the first week of the year. And let's see, today we have quite a few. National Trivia Day? Yeah, that's all right. National Missouri Day. Throw that in the bucket for National Connecticut Day. World Braille Day? That could be important um, as far as Braille. And let's see, World Hypnotist Day? Nah. I like this one, and I know Tina will like this one. Today's National Spaghetti Day. Who doesn't like spaghetti? National Spaghetti Day for January 4th. And National Spaghetti Day on January 4th offers an opportunity to pick your sauce and add it to that long, thin, cylindrical pasta of Italian and Sicilian origin, usually made from semolina flour, if I'm saying that right. Semolina semolina flour. This pasta has been a worldwide favorite for ages and loved by millions. Yeah, I like a hashtag National Spaghetti Day. And spaghetti is good. Are we up? Okay, good morning. Okay, the missus is up. So today is National Spaghetti Day, as far as that goes. And with that, talking about spaghetti, let's go into the dinner report, seeing that Chris Technician is here. So let's go ahead and do the dinner report, Chris. And if we got time, I can do some interesting history, I guess, as far as that goes. What do we have for dinner, folks? Let's see. Leftover pizza. Leftover pizza's good. The thing is, you got to make sure you have the right amount. If you only have one or two slices of leftover pizza, it's like, God, I wish I had another piece or two. If you're going to have leftover pizza, you got to have at least 4 slices, right, Tony? Or maybe 3. At least 3 minimum. And Lady Cat, she had leftover sloppy joes for dinners tonight. Oh, everybody had leftovers. I sort of had leftovers too, folks. Let's see. Is Chris Technician coming in with his dinner report? We only do the dinner report when I see Chris in the chat also, as far as that goes. We're waiting. If not, I'll do my. We had leftover pork that was made in the crock pot from the other day. We had steak, pineapple, onions, and green peppers. Ooh, I like that. That's a good combination. Steak, wow, steak on pizza. That's good. But we had leftover pork that was made in the crock pot. Oh, it was good the other day. The missus took pork loin, I guess. She got a good deal on a pork loin. And the other half of it, which I could have gobbled it up the night before, she ended up making a dish. She was going to make the rice, but she didn't. But she made a dish mixing it up with was leftover pork from the crock pot with broccoli, and it was good. I chopped it up. It was good. Let's see. Tina had chicken noodle soup and salad, and Chris, for his dinner report, had grilled salmon with rice and broccoli. Good morning. Did you? Yeah, I know, but today is National Spaghetti Day.
Oh. Okay, maybe we should have spaghetti then, huh?
I don't know. We'll see. Lady Cat, I had pork loin on Monday night at my parents' place for dinner. Yeah, I like it. In the crock pot, yeah, Chris had a healthy dinner there. Salmon and rice and broccoli. Wow. And for a change. And Tim, he had Domino's with cup of cocoa wheats. Okay. Sprinkled the cocoa wheats on the Domino's pizza, as far as that goes. What kind of Domino's? You say you have Domino's. What kind of pizza? Tony elaborated on his pizza. He had steak, pineapple, onions, and green peppers. The onions and green pepper combination on pizza is very good. So Domino's. What kind of Domino's pizza there? Domino's been pushing the commercials very, very heavy here lately as far as that going. And Erica says good morning to the missus. Tony said good morning. Everybody says good morning to the missus as far as that goes. So she appreciates that. She gets a kick out of that. Let's see. Ham, pineapple, mushrooms. Ooh, that's a good combination too, Tim. Those are two good pizza combinations right there. They're not your normal, pepperoni, sausage, and cheese. Those are your three basics and stuff like that. But that's a good combination. Ham and pineapple and mushroom, as far as that goes. Oh, she's just filling up the cat food container. Cats are all gathered in there. Oh, fresh food. The kitty cats. Let's see. What do we have for interesting? Yeah, sounds good. That does sound good, Tina. Yes, it does. Let's see. Doris. What is she? Hang on for a minute. I'm just checking out an individual here on Twitter real quick. And okay, God, what does she? I think she's a biographer for Abraham Lincoln. But today is, she was born in 1943. Happy birthday to the author and historian Doris Kearns Godwin. I like her. She got several, it was a lot of years back. She got tagged for so-called plagiarism, but we have a president that did that extensively, so I don't hold that against her. But she turns 80 years old today, and she is an American biographer, historian, former sports journalist, and political commentator. She was born in New York City, and she wrote several books, but I think she's a biographer for Abraham Lincoln, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to check it. She has a book out on Abraham Lincoln, and yeah, she writes biographies of several presidents, including Lyndon Johnson, the American Dream, John F. Kennedy, and I thought she did Abraham Lincoln. Very good biographers on former U.S. presidents, and so happy 80th birthday to her as far as that goes. I'm sensitive to green peppers and can't have too much pineapple since I'm type 1. Okay, yeah, you got to be careful about that. Let's see. Speaking of President Johnson, U.S. President Johnson laid out his plans for the Great Society, which included broad tax cuts, and he was a Democrat. Broad tax cuts. I don't think that current president, he just wants to spend money like there's no tomorrow. But broad tax cuts for President Lyndon Johnson. Civil rights reform. That was a big one for him. Civil rights reform. Coming out of the mess that was taking place in the early 60s as far as people, the country grew, became stronger because of it too. So, and many major spending for education, medical care, urban problems, and transportation back in 1965. That was a major piece of legislation. Of course, Lyndon Johnson, he's mostly remembered because he was the president during the Vietnam War, as far as that goes, and which is a whole different set. Let's see. The Doors released on this date in 1967 their self-titled debut album, The Doors, one of the most acclaimed LPs in all popular music, which featured their breakthrough $1 million seller, Light My Fire. Light My Fire. And Erica says she's diabetic since 4.5 years old, pretty much my whole life, no problem so far. Yeah, you got to watch that. As far as being a diabetic and stuff, you got to take care of yourselves. You love the Doors, yeah. Doors, they're good. This went to shit, I guess. Afghans approved their new constitution back in 2004, but we know there's a new there's a new sheriff over there in Afghanistan, I guess, as far as once the U.S. pulled out. Let's see, what else do we got here? That's about it as far as what I see. Oh, here's something on. Is this on Braille? No. Let's see. They had something on Braille here. On this day in 1809, Louis Braille, the inventor of the reading and writing system of the blind, was born in France. Losing his sight at an early age, the boy perfected his system of dots by the time he was 15 years old. Now known as Braille, it went unused for years after his death, but eventually was recognized as a revolutionary invention and adapted for use in languages worldwide. The simple tactical code was renamed virtually unchanged to this day. So, and we had a National Braille Day, I guess, as far as that goes. I think we did. Did we? Let's see. What was the national days for today? No, that was on Nelson Mandela. Let's see. Oh, backtrack. Let's see. A huge thunderstorm has hit here. I'm still with my mom. Okay, Mel. Stay safe indoors. And how is your mom getting better? You said she was getting a little bit better because she kicked you out of the house, I think, the last time we talked to you. Let's see. Yeah, today is World Braille Day, January 4th. But it's also National Spaghetti Day. So we'll go with that because it's a historical significance as far as Braille. Not yet, but I'm waiting for it to happen as far as that goes. Okay, we don't need that. And let's see what we have here. Thank you, Tony. Oh, tonight will be I'll be doing my last football broadcast when I get home after dinner. I'll be doing it. We got one more week of football. I guess I lost track of that because of the injury of the Hamlin, the Buffalo Bills. I think he's a defensive back, if I'm not mistaken, Tony. And so I think everybody was sidetracked on that because they never postponed an NFL game. Yeah, he is okay, and I guess he got his start because the first I don't know who the primary defensive back. He took over one of the primary defensive backs because they were injured, and I can't believe football is almost over. But is it really over? Because I think after the Super Bowl we have the USFL, or no, the XFL will be starting, and Tony and I have been talking about doing something maybe on the weekend to continue the weekend football thing. We'll see, and then after that the USFL. I'm glad they posted. Oh yeah, that was all because of the Bengals coach. He's a stand-up guy. He says, "Hey, we need to pause here." As far as that goes, the Seahawks are 8-8, and I think the Chris, your Pittsburgh Steelers are 8-8. So if they win this last one, the coach there, that coach I can't think of the coach's name. Tomlin, I think his name. He knew Hamlin since he was 12. I read that. So that's how interconnected they may not be on the same teams, but they all know each other as far as that goes. And this hit yesterday, watching the replays on the players' faces, it's like, he knew him since he was 12. So he and all these players, they were hit hard. I mean, it's just like they had to postpone the game, with no doubt. I think it was the best thing they could have done. As far as that goes, it shows that it's a dramatic hit as far as that goes. Yep, Seahawks are still alive. We'll see. But we are at the top of the hour, folks, and it is time to. Not just the kneeling, but their expressions. Their expression says it all. I mean, it's just like, it's heart wrenching when you get that many. I mean, everybody. I mean, it's just it's heart wrenching. You know, you love the sport and stuff like that, but there's dangers with the sport, and you know, everybody's we're really concerned. Steelers, not Seahawks, Rich. Yeah, but aren't the Steelers? They want. I think they're 8-8 too, aren't they? If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Let me check here real quick. Let me bring up my NFL. NFL rankings. Let's see standings. So, yeah, Pittsburgh's 8-8 too. Yeah, Steelers are 8-8, but I was mentioning this, about your Pittsburgh Steelers. They're 8-8, so they may not have a losing season. It's a rough sport in general. Yes, yeah, it is. I don't know what you guys are talking. Well, it's like your rugby and soccer. It's more like American football is more like rugby. Is a football? Yeah, it's like your rugby over there in Australia, Mel. That's what we're talking about. That's the NFL is the National Football League here in the United States, and as far as that goes, they need to win versus the Browns this coming weekend, or they're done. Yeah, it's just interesting at the end of the year this last week. So I will be broadcasting tonight as far as that goes. My football picks for week 18. 18 weeks of football. Like, oh, there's Jack. How you doing, Jack? Just made it. You can say hi and bye to everybody. There's Jack. I was wondering where he's at as far as that goes. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and exit stage left. Bye, Tina. You have a great hump day too, Chris, and always Bazanga as far as that goes. And we're going to get our day started. We're going to go ahead and have the coffee here. Maybe top it off. Tony coming in with the second Bazanga as far as that goes. And thank you for all being here. And meow, Jack. Yeah, there's Jack. Jack is, he just, get that out of the way. There, you can still hear me, I think, right? Yeah, you can still hear me. There's Jack. Right there. We'll give Jack is a cool cat. But we are going to go ahead and exit stage left here, folks. I want to say thank you, Tim, for being here. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tony. And who else do I have here? Do we have anybody else? We have full group today for Wednesday. But thank you for all being here in the chat. Greatly appreciated, as always. And we'll be doing Anchor Morning Audio tomorrow over there on Anchor.fm at Fireman Rich. Or Fireman Rich over there on Anchor.fm. And we'll be back here Friday. The Friday morning coffee broadcast, Twitch broadcast, as far as that goes. We'll be close to the weekend, folks. We're working towards the weekend. We're on a hump day. All right, folks, you all have a good one. This is Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Twitch, as well as at Fireman Rich over there at Twitter, where I told myself as a social media observer, social media enthusiast. In other words, I just have a ball being on this thing called the internet. You all have a great one, folks. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Great broadcast, guys. Thank you. The people in the chat always make it. They're great. And thank you if you're watching this on the replay too. Ciao for now.